We started rapping at the lunch tables. That started in middle school.
Okay.
And then high school, it got OD. Remember the biggest
I definitely remember the lunch table session.
the biggest battle in lunch table history. Nate Vargas, Caleb Silly.
Okay.
Who won that?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C.White.
And this is your boy T.
And welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with the Dreamers. Man, today we got a performing and recording artist. Man, he got over 1 million streams on Spotify. He's a coach. He's a mentor. Man, some people might know him as Calebdoee.
But this is the, Calebdoee, Joseph, the author of the Book of Doe. That dude.
Come on.
Man. This is my guy for a long time, bro. I'm so happy to have him.
What, since high school?
Man, freshman year?
2011?
Come
2011,
on,
bro,
man.
so it's been a long time.
Man, welcome to the K.Y.D.A Lounge, man.
Brothers, appreciate y'all.
How you doing today?
What's going on, baby?
I'm
How you
good.
feeling, man?
Oh boy, fellas, how y'all living? Another
Good,
Sunday
man.
in the books, can't call it.
That's good. That's
Can't
good.
call
Okay. So we here to talk, man. We want to hear about mentoring, your coaching, and definitely your artistry. That's what this show is all about. It's called Keeping Up with the Dreamers, and we trying to see how you keeping your dreams alive.
Heard that.
All right. Now, your latest drop, Parking Lot Players. How was that? What was the inspiration behind that?
Inspiration behind that is looking at my older music,
Okay.
and my older music is more so movies. You say the Book of Doe. It's movies to me, but with beats, and I feel my dialogue and how I put things together. Parking Lot Players was that first one. It's full rap. It's all good vibes, and it came out money. My best project, I feel.
You think so? Easily? Why you say that?
Easily. In the sense of, it's not a theme to it. It's all have fun. I dropped it in July. Everything else has a theme to it. It might have a skit in it. It might have
Okay.
a deeper meaning. And sometimes it doesn't have to be that layered for it to be good music. I'm learning that as I go.
Okay.
So, but that's my favorite for sure.
So for the ones who don't know, can you share kind of your story of how you got even into the music, or what's been your inspiration of starting on your music journey?
We started writing in about elementary school.
Okay.
Couple love letters, old flings.
You was writing letters, man?
Gotta start somewhere.
Okay. You was a poet.
Damn near.
Okay.
Damn near. Did the letters, and as we got older, we started rapping at the lunch tables. That started in middle school, and then high school it got OD. Remember the biggest
I definitely remember the lunch table session. for sure,
the
man.
biggest
Yeah.
battle in lunch table history. Nate
Yeah.
Vargas, Caleb Silly.
Okay.
Who won that? Stop it.
And then we had electronic music, junior year, senior year.
Okay.
We was in the booth, and that was my first time seeing it. I could do this for real. And then put it down. I got into the real world, got the gig, and then one day I ended up, my coworker is a big rapper too, so I could still do it. Boom. Got to the crib, started piecing it together, and that's where the first concept came in. That's why I like Parking Lot Players so much. But I had to come in with the first one as in, he rapped back in the day. He still rap, but you may know him for something, but this is ultimately what I want to be known for at the end of the day. So,
Okay.
And are you referring to Few Know as the first?
Cloth Different.
Cloth Different? Ooh,
Cloth
okay,
Different.
okay.
We got to re-record that. That's June 25th, 2018. The next one is Few Know. And that was me at another stage, another level up. That first mixtape was, oh, he can rap. If you didn't know me for rapping, oh, he can rap. And then if you knew me from rapping before, he back with it. And he's more dangerous, he's more nasty than ever. I sat down and that's my most crafted project.
Okay.
You know, as in layers, lyrically, concept-wise, there's 3 skits on that. And the skits tell a good story on where I was in my life and where I am now. At that time, I was 22 at the time when I made it. And then as I got older, you know, it got a lot easier. But that's how I started with it.
And you felt like you just been leveling up. How do you feel like through your lyrics, your songs and your music have evolved?
When I started, it used to be the lyrical, spiritual miracle.
Boom, bap, bop.
Boom, bap, boom, bop, bop, boom.
Door hinge, orange.
Okay.
Door hinge, orange. And it, once I started realizing, that's all Wayne, by the way. I took a lot of that jump shot early. But once I got older, it's more of you can rap about how, you know, you kind of a little cooler than everybody. I wouldn't say cooler, but you move a little different than the average rapper. People will gravitate to that rather than, I mean, you could similarly in metaphor and entendre somebody to death, but what are they taking away from that? I don't want to be a lyricist at the end of the day. I'm a storyteller. I'm a
lyricist.
A lyricist. But at the end of the day, I want to be more than a lyricist.
Okay.
So I feel I bring so much more to the table. I don't want to limit myself at that. So from 2018 to now, what we're working on now, it's more of the next joint is a concept, but it's, you know, getting better telling stories and another way of telling it without being so lyrical. You know, it's there, but is every bar that way? Doesn't have to be. I thought so at the beginning, but substance-wise, you know, it can go both ways.
Let's dive into that. Let's go into that. How you were just saying you were lyrical, your development. Are there any artists that you kind of that you would say you look at or over time you was like, man, I kind of get my influence from him?
Larry June is a lot on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That
He
slow
barely
style.
has any lyrics to him. I shouldn't say has any lyrics to him, but you know what I emphasized early, that's not his game. So when I talk about the jump shot, it's me at the beginning, it's Larry with the, you know, go get your credit together, get a spot before you get a whip, so on and so on and so on. Exactly. You look at Biggie, it's telling stories. I mean, he's super nasty with it too, but the flow, tying that all in together.
And the cadence.
Keep the Wayne in it, put the Kanye in it with the, you know, you love me for me, could you be more phony? You know, I ordered the jerk, you are what you eat type deal. Putting all of that in there, no, for real, putting all that in there. Kendrick telling a story, you know, substance. And then Drizzy, of course, you know, I'm on another level than everybody else.
A little bit of everybody. So Wayne, Kanye, Drizzy, June, Biggie. That's a lot of influence.
Yeah, but I got to be honest about that at the end of the day. So I'm firm on, you know, who got me to this point. You know, I can never disrespect them because I've crafted my jump shot, crafted my game around these guys. So
okay. Now you said your next tape is a concept. Can you talk about that?
Next tape is Corleone Part 2.
Okay.
So the first tape, Corleone, was he's at a status nowadays. The target is on him, and not everybody has your best interest with it. And
where does Corleone come from? What movie?
Godfather. Pop favorite movie. Stole the box set. So quarantine, I was getting acquainted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all Madden 2K, you know, other shit. It wasn't all of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't all of that. So getting, you know, acquainted with things, you know, learning, studying. I look at the storyline, damn, this is me. I look at all the characters, that's my man, that's the homie, right. This, and tying that all in. It took me a couple months to do it, a couple watches, but it's like this now. So after the 2-3 projects I've dropped since then, it's only gotten worse. I shouldn't say worse, but you know, the plot, the theme behind it, it's
Things
more
get darker.
Exactly. It's gotten a lot darker. So it's actually more fun this way. Because life ain't all good.
Exactly.
You know, you take them to the chin, but you know it's cool to let them behind the curtain sometimes because you never know what somebody going through. Excuse me. So.
And speaking on that kind of delved right into my next point. As an artist, a lot of people don't see the hardships that an artist go through. It's either like, man, this one time she got this hit record or he got this hit record and now everything peaches and cream. But they don't see the before. Maybe this girl lady been working 10 years before this first hit. Can you kind of dive deep into some of the hardships you done faced as an artist?
Yeah, in my case, it's more of the how far do you want to take it? How far do you want to take it? You do this on the side. You do this on the side. And you can only go so far with the music. And mentally, that struggle, I still deal with it now. You know, being the Calebdoee, Phil Jackson, the Pat Riley in the streets. I still deal with it now. So how tight do you want to tie it to your real life, or how tight can you tie it to the real world? You got to look at it like that. You can look at it in the form of, you know, you're really good at this and it's a lot you can work on, but do you want to take that leap? I had a real bad, I shouldn't say real bad, but I had a big realization the other day where how much around me doesn't matter to the end goal that I have. I either do this or I do this. And the older you get, the easier that becomes. But seeing and going through all of that, it wasn't hard to say, okay, we got to turn this music up. And you don't, that's why it may take so long. I'm always working. I always got ideas. I may drop a bar out of nowhere and open up the notes like, yo, yeah, this gonna fit here.
Right.
And that's, you know, opening yourself up to the world. You know, that's the biggest struggle, which I have no problem with. I never have a problem with taking that leap because, you know, who cares? Who cares how you feel? Who cares what you think? I got my soldiers. I got my little fan base. I got the support. You know, we value the hate more than the love.
Exactly.
You got to know where the love is at the end of the day. You can't confuse the two.
Exactly. And I think that's a good thing that, one, our listeners and then your listeners and everybody around the world need to know, especially when you're keeping your dreams alive. It ain't always easy. It ain't always sweet. Sometimes you're going to have them hardships. As long as you see those barriers and you knocking them down and keep moving forward, you know? That's that. Preach.
Right.
That's all I can say is preach.
And if you can get that from my music, you may get punched a couple times. You may get punched a couple times, but you got a trainer, you got a cut man, you got people in your corner. You know, you can't let them down. It's more than you. It's bigger than you. That's why when I see people trying to take things into their own hands, that kind of hurts to see from afar.
What do you mean? Like,
it's always light at the end of the tunnel. What I say yesterday, folks? The darkest tunnel leads to the brightest lights, and you never know how close you are to that light. But if you quit, you'll never know. If you dismiss it, you never know. If you give up, you never know. And that's something I try and push too. Cause early when I was rapping, I kind of was like, yeah, it's not moving. Those thoughts come to mind, and you can give up. Let me go back to the gig. But you unhappy at the gig. If you top shelf at your gig rather than top shelf at rapping, which one would you rather want? One requires more work than the other, but are you gonna give up in that process? And me making the music, that's a way I try and motivate or try and help. So
okay.
In those moments of self-doubt, like, man, the music not going, you feel like, or maybe you feel like people not listening to the music or not hearing the message behind it. What do you tell yourself in those moments, man?
It comes with time. Stay true to yourself. It comes with time. Keep
staying down.
Yeah, stay down. Remember why you love doing music. You know, it's not to be hot. It's not to be the biggest rapper in the world. I mean, you vision those things and you work for those things, but you keep them on the whiteboard. You don't bring it with you on your day-to-day.
Right.
So keep goals. Granted, you have a time limit on goals, but you know, it's not the end game. You know, seeing my family happy, seeing my cousin happy, seeing, you know, taking care of everybody around me, taking care of the goddaughter, nephew. That's the real goal in life. And if I could do that with music, I don't gotta make $100 million. I don't gotta sell out. I don't gotta sell out this tour. Not, you know, sell out.
Right.
But I don't gotta do all of that to you know, complete the true mission.
Okay.
Just remembering what's really important at the end of the day.
Remembering what's important. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, remembering what's important at the end of the day.
Something that I do respect and I see in your music, you sample a lot. And I love the way of how you tie in your samples to your verses. Like a lot of the times you'll let the chorus play out, but as soon as your verse over, the chorus will just come in at the right time. How do you, one, find your samples to rap over or even deliver? You know, how do you find that, or where do you get your inspiration from in these samples?
My favorite producers, Alchemist, Kanye, so on and so on, they'll have that sample for you, but they may have two samples in one song. I haven't gotten to where I'm that complicated yet, but I've produced a couple records myself, and you see the R. Kelly, the Fleetwood Mac, the Drizzy, so on and so on. And you know, that's the true power of the sample to us. You could have nowadays you got a sample that has nothing to do with the lyrics.
Right.
And you got to be able to correlate. That makes a song garbage to me.
Yes.
And it could be a super fire sample, but you in there talking about yada, 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 Scooby-Dooby-Doo. You know, I don't want to listen to that. But if you put that extra layer behind it, it only helps you. And that's what draws me to the sample. Not how good the sample sounds, but how can I correlate the sample to my day-to-day.
Okay.
It's a skit inside the song. That's the best way I could put it.
Okay.
And most of those samples are from like the early 90s or 80s. Is that your favorite type of sample to do, usually?
It's the purest sample.
Right.
It's the purest sample. Nowadays, I mean, I wouldn't sample something from 5 years ago because damn, he just dropped that. More so of in the past 15, 20 years, the music that, you know, the music I admire, the music that I like listening to is deteriorating. That's another reason why I feel it's so important for me to do what I do. And, you know, a sample that's that pure, you say you should want to be a bad girl, more of you hear John B in the background, you know, if you want to be a bad girl, babe, tie it all in, you know. I got a couple, you know, on the floor that they don't want much for me. They want to be bad, you know. they want to cut up, which I have no problem with. And
do your thing, baby. You got it.
Which makes it easy to write the music, easy to write the songs, and that's all people can ask for, in my opinion. You know, if you rock with the tunes, that's all you can ask for. Me being honest and lacing something up for y'all to listen to.
For sure, man. I like it because usually, and we live in Fort Wayne, man. So like we get a lot of the Chicago influence or Detroit influence. So a lot of people kind of go off that type of sound. But you, man, you grab samples from Aaliyah, John B, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So I love how different you are as opposed to everybody else here. You know what I'm saying? Because no one else is really doing that.
Right. Staying true to your flavor. You know what I'm saying? You may know somebody in the day-to-day and, you know, why you rapping like that? You know, because it's hot. They playing the algorithm. And
that cadence, that little pocket.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's nothing like them. You know what I'm saying? So you're a cash cow in my mind, which hurts my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I go that hard with the music, and if you're not true to it, who are you? Right. I don't respect you as a person. This is who you do. This is what you do for the money.
Right.
It's not about the money with me. Eventually, you're going to want to get compensated for your work, but it's going to be a long time before I feel like something like that. Unless I have everybody's ear. If I don't have everybody's ear, I'm not obligated to do this and do this. I'm not obligated to ask for this contract. If you're not hip, I still got work to do. And staying true to myself is the quickest way to do it.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion.
So we all know hip hop, pop, fashion has kind of taken the world by storm. If you ain't fashionable in the music industry, you kind of lost in the culture. Do you feel like fashion does a lot for your personal image, for your music, and how you produce your music, or even how you develop your music? And how is that, I guess, in your image? How do you show that through your music?
I take it day to day. From the fashion tip, I take it every day. You know, I rarely go somewhere and it's not, you know, 10 out of 10 drip, 9 out of 10 drip, looking crazy, unless I'm on a slight mission, in and out, back to the spot. But even in those instances, and that carries over to the music, you'll see me rapping about my drip, you know, couple zeros for the K.Y.D.A sweater, all white to take the trash out. You know, whatever we do, whatever we do, you know, we put on a show, dress to impress at all times. And doing it for yourself, that's the true essence of fashion. You know, I could go out and wear some shit that has nothing to do with me and I'm looking crazy.
Right.
But if I come in with some crazy J's, I come in with some Cokes like I know Lulu, I got some nice sweats, some nice basketball drip, some nice sports drip. It is what it is.
Favorite J's? What's your favorite J's?
Silhouette or just J's and Taxi 12.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Cause a lot of people know you in the shoes, bro.
Yeah, for
you,
sure.
You definitely
For
in the
sure, for
shoes,
sure.
bro. So I definitely letting us know that you Taxi 12s. Okay.
Right.
What's an essential shoe you think every man should have in the closet, man? To
Cokes.
Me, oh, yeah, I often say either a pair of black and white Vans or a pair of cocaine
Vans?
ones. Yeah.
I didn't mean to say Vans
No,
like that,
no,
but you said essential.
I think the Vans, bro, are one of the most essential shoes of all time, bro. Honestly, bro. Honestly, man, you can hop fences in Vans, you can skate in Vans, you could.
I'm not hopping fences and I'm not skating, so that ties back into your fashion question. If you see me wearing some Vans,
that ain't you.
That ain't me.
Vans is smooth, bro. Vans is a good look, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not doing Vans. If it's not checked out or if it's not some J's.
Oh, I ain't say you. I said me. I think Vans and Air Force Ones are probably the most essential shoes that every dude needs in their closet.
So you got Vans in your closet?
I got Vans and Air Force Ones in my closet for sure.
What's your
and Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel you the fleest in J's. That's me.
that's cool. You
step out with the J's.
Cool. That's anybody though. Anybody gonna feel like that with a pair of J's off the name brand recognition. You know what I'm saying?
Essential.
I'm still getting them in the Vans.
It's half
man.
essential because the brand is half essential because the image that it puts on you. Oh, he about action. You know. Oh, he dressed to impress. He step heavy.
You could be a bum in J's, bro. You could be a bum in J's, bro.
Yeah, but we talking about me.
Say that.
We talking about me. I can't speak for everybody. I can't speak for everybody. You know, the flavor got to stay 10 out of 10. If I'm wearing some J's, I'm stepping. You know, if he around, he doing this thing. I got some J's on, not some J's. I got some Nikes on. You know, I got some Barclays. I got some Pips on. I got some, so on and so on. I got some retro joints. You know, I could be up here for days.
Do you feel like what you wear, even like say you about to perform, what you wearing kind of, I guess, motivates you when you get up there? Do you feel like that? Of what you wearing? Do you feel like if you had some sweats on versus if you was dressed up in the nines with some J's and stuff, do you feel like you would give two different versions of your performance?
Yeah, it shows how serious I'm taking it.
Okay.
It shows I'm serious. I'm taking it. Every time I perform, I try and be as flea as possible. And if I'm not killing it with the drip, you know what I'm saying? I'm up there with some sweats, some Vans, a regular degular. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do because the music shows how fly I can be, how fly I portray myself to be. And if you don't see me with that type of confidence that I portray myself, it's every day. You know what I'm saying? But you see this fit, what he said, you see this coat, you see what's going on. You got to. Yeah. You got to. So image is everything. Okay. When it comes to the brand, image is everything. But that's how I carry myself on a day-to-day. Okay. Especially when I'm performing.
When now you said fashion is everything.
Everything.
Do you feel the same way when you coaching the youth, when you on that court? Are you in some sweats or are you dressed to the nine?
Shout out Smitty, man. My first 2 years of coaching, bro, is a fashion show. Every rip. And that puts confidence in the players too. Okay. That puts confidence in the players. Look how the coaches step. You know, we gonna coach 10 out of 10. Win, lose, draw. We're gonna do what we're supposed to do. And, we put the battery in the back of the players to make sure they doing what they supposed to do. And if they see coach come, even if I'm in the Gym Rats drip, if I'm in the Club One drip, I'm in the typical New Valley drip, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to step. And that's, it's always a good impression, Okay. Motivation without motivation.
So it seemed like you're a pretty big basketball fan, man. Who would you say your top 5 GOATs are in the NBA?
Top 5 players?
Yeah.
Jordan, Bron, Magic, Kareem, Kobe. Okay. That's my 5.
Jordan, Bron, Magic, Kareem, Kobe. It's a solid 5, though.
That is.
As solid as it gets. Solid as it gets.
I noticed a lot of those with some Lakers.
Yeah, any bias to that, man?
I mean, it's the show.
You ever been to LA?
LOL. He killed me with that, bro.
No, I'm just asking the question, bro. You're a Laker fan. I'm just asking you ever been to California, bro?
I mean, give me a couple months. I'll pop out there eventually.
Cool. I'm just asking the question, bro, because, I'm an Indiana Pacer fan, I live in Indiana.
Have you ever been to a Pacer game?
I haven't.
So how you going to ask me?
It's the home team,
We're an hour and a half away from the building and you
Yeah.
ain't been there. So
But,
why you questioning
but I know,
me?
but I'm with the home team though. You know what I'm saying?
I rock with the Pacers
What you
too.
mean that? What that mean?
What that mean?
What
You
does
said
that
I'm with-
mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Who you like?
I like Boston. You know I'm a Celtics fan.
You been to Boston?
Nope.
I've been to Nap.
I don't understand the correlation of that question.
You don't.
No.
How do you like a team from a place you never been?
You got to think, when we was growing up, the Pacers were playing the Lakers in the finals. That was one of my first games I remember as a kid. Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, Reggie. Okay.
Reggie, Smits, Davis brothers, Jalen Rose. They're a couple hours away. Granted, you've never been to a game, so me and you are better off talking about it.
Really?
But I mean, you told me.
I've been to Nap. No, you've been to LA.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool. We was in Nap a couple weekends ago.
Would you say that you implement some of your coaching style from your favorite team?
Absolutely. The Showtime Lakers teams, we get out on a break. Shaq, Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, Bynum, we boarding, we outletting, we going. We getting a good bucket in transition. Or we locking up in the full. That definitely is a big motivation. And then we got the Lakers, we got the Bulls, and then we got the Pacers as well. So that's where the hometown team comes in. That's my level of fandom with the Pacers. It's the Lakers and Bulls for sure. But we're going to rock with the Pacers because we an hour and a half. And I've been to a couple Pacers games. I can't say that about all Pacer fans, which is unfortunate. But
I feel it. That's crazy. Lakers, Bulls, and Pacers. I thought it was just one favorite team, not three. But hey,
I'm a basketball fanatic too.
For sure.
I'm a basketball
like
fanatic. No, I like those three teams. Ant Edwards, 30 on my jersey. K.D., LaMelo, so on and so on. I can go on for days. DeJounte Murray, Halliburton. Well, outside of the three teams. Yeah. He putting us on the map. I can't wait to see what he do this year. So.
That's Pacers, right?
Yeah.
You a Laker fan, so it's not
absolutely.
Us, but, okay, cool.
I mean, it's 1, 2, 3.
Just making sure.
It's 1, 2, 3. It's not that hard to understand. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3. Chicago is the family team. The family is from Chicago. So Bulls, Blackhawks, White Sox. That's where I branched away from a couple of those, but it happens. Michigan, of course.
Okay. So wrapping up, we heard your goats. You got a damn good coach, a damn good artist. What's coming up next for you?
We got the Corleone Part 2. I got in a super locked in mindset, and it's a mindset that I'm familiar with. Before I get into these projects, you going through your day to day, but when you want to drop the music, how important is this? How important is this? How important is this? You dub all of those. Look how much free time you got. Granted, I had enough free time to do the tunes regardless, but now you can lock in. And I don't like going to the studio without 4, 5, 6 songs, and then me and Zach may make a beat. But I got all of them locked in this one. So once I get the base of it all, we go lock that in, and hopefully that comes out in the next 3 weeks, a month. Okay. But that's a lock in that we got to do here coming up. So Corleone Part 2 coming up. Leftovers Volume. I wasn't supposed to say that. Volume 1 Leftovers. That's coming after, and then we re-record the 2 mixtapes, The Cloth Different, and then the Perspectives. I dropped that on my birthday in 2019, and then we go about the coaching. So we juggle those 2 and see where life takes us. I don't know what God has in store for me, but we take those 2 paths that I want to do and put our all in it and be happy with the results at the end of the day.
All right, man. Before we get out of here, is it anybody that you would love to see on this show, man? Somebody that ain't really getting that spotlight or that shine, or somebody that is keeping their dreams alive and we ain't had on this show?
Got to get Killer Kels on here.
Okay. OG Killer Kels, shout out to her, shout out to Sis, yes sir.
Play with that. You got to get Killer Kels on here. I'm drawing a blank, but family first. Make sure you get them in there. Okay. They're gonna get that done. I know what the brand is, and you talk about keeping your dreams alive. Special people.
She embodies that.
Embodies it top to bottom.
A million times over, yeah.
A million times over. So get her in here. She gonna give you as much game as I can give you. Okay. So, but in a different world, I don't do the photography. I don't do the hosting events. So, being a big sister, a great big sister, being a mom, you gonna get all of that perspective, all that good energy from her. So, she's next up.
We're gonna have to tap in with her. Well, K.Y.D.A Nation, with his recording hit single Bad Girl out now. Make sure y'all go tap into that on all platforms, all streaming platforms, man. Y'all heard it here first. It's your boy, Calebdoee.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy, C.White.
It's your boy TC, man.
And it's been another episode of Keeping Up with the Dreamers.
We out.
Gang, Wolfpack.
Yes, sir.